So thank you everyone for joining today. And as Sadie said, if you joined us last time, this will be a little similar, but I just want to make sure that I cover everything today about RSSA so that you can make an informed decision to decide if this program is a good fit for your core business, which a lot of you probably sell some sort of Medicare Advantage or supplemental products and such. So a subset of you might also provide, life insurance or annuities. But either way, today, what we're going to go through is the entire program and the value that it's going to bring for you as an agent and to the clients that you serve. So if anyone is new to, the RSSA community, RSSA stands for Registered Social Security Analyst. And our whole program is about training and educating you to become Social Security experts to better serve your clients. And the whole idea around it is to take a educational and a less sales-driven approach to boost your Medicare sales through Social Security expertise. So what does the RSSA program include? So RSSA is a turnkey Social Security program giving you the training and expertise to assist your prospects and clients with their Social Security decisions. Now, when we say the Social Security decisions, what exactly as an RSSA are you going to be able to help with? So you're going to be able to work with clients and answer their Social Security questions. You're going to help them understand what benefits they're eligible for, whether that's retirement, spousal, survivor, dependent benefits. You're going to help them understand some of the pitfalls. You're going to help them understand which rules impact their specific situations. And the goal is that we want to put our clients in the best position possible for retirement. If we can optimize their Social Security benefits and make sure that they don't leave money on the table, that's going to offset some of those Medicare costs, whether that's Part B premium or if they have an additional premium because of IRMA or other costs that they'll have. We want to make sure that we help them decide the best and right claiming decision based on their circumstances. And so RSSA provides you with education to become that Social Security expert, that trusted expert in your community, with your prospects and with your clients. RSSA is a designation that you receive, so it builds that credibility between you and your clients. You put that designation behind your name. We have our own proprietary software technology, which is called the RSSA Roadmap, and we'll talk more about that later on as we go through this. And then we have comprehensive support. So just like you get support from senior marketing specialists, RSSA gives you that support on the Social Security side of things. So if you ever have client cases or client questions that you need assistance with, or help with marketing, help getting in front of prospects, we are here to help you every step of the way, because the goal for us is to not just get people to enroll in our program, but we want to make you successful. We want to hear success stories about how this program was able to transform your core business. Again, whether that's selling Medicare, insurance, or other products and services, the goal is to increase those opportunities and increase your sales. So how does the RSSA designation help you as an agent? Well, it allows you to differentiate yourself and take a unique approach with your targeted demographic. If you think about the typical 65-year-old client that we're all trying to reach, right? Everyone around here, everyone on this webinar is trying to reach the same clients, and we're all selling the same products to those clients. So how does that person differentiate you from all of the other agents out there, right? They're getting mailers, they're getting flyers, all to sell them on this Medicare product. But if I come in and say, hey, I can help you optimize your Social Security benefits as a Social Security expert, that is going to find that unique approach, and they're going to want to work with you, especially as it relates to building a future pipeline of opportunities. Social Security planning can start before 65. So you might help a client that's 63 or 64, and then by the time they get to 65, they've already built that trust and that rapport and relationship with you, and then you can help them with Medicare for that. Now, Social Security expertise is a much needed and important retirement decision, so that's an important aspect of it as well. But being that reliable resource that your clients can fall back on with their questions and their claiming decisions, again, that's really where that trust, the referrals will come in, the reviews will come in, and of course, that is a big part of the business we're in today. Now, just like you would put on potentially a T65 event or a Medicare 101, Social Security events help you get in front of a wider range audience and helps you do it in a more educational and not a sales-driven approach. If you think about the clients that we're trying to reach, a lot of people don't like to be sold something, right? But by providing them with Social Security education and having a less in-your-face sales-driven approach, it's going to help them trust you more, build that rapport, and then want to work with you after. Now, there's two types of agents that go through our program. One of them wants to use Social Security planning as a value add, and you are simply using this as a way to get in front of more prospects and earn more clients. And then you could also charge a fee for this service. Now, let me tell you my perspective, because I think hands-on that's going to help you kind of understand. So in 2023 and years before, I didn't sell any other products. I only helped people with Social Security as part of my business, right? And so I was charging clients around $400. Now, what that gets them is the personalized Social Security analysis that gets created through our software, and we'll show you that in just a little bit, and a personalized one-on-one consultation with me around 30 minutes, and clients paid $400 each for that. And in 2023 alone, I worked with 250 new clients, right? So obviously, if you do the math, I did really well just helping on Social Security, not even adding any product in. So I just recently, I'm a Medicare agent now. I just passed my AHIP, and so I'm going to be able to provide those 250 clients with Medicare services now, and don't have to worry about things like scope of appointment or anything like that because they're already my clients, so I can reach out to them. And again, most of the clients that I've worked with this year were from educational events. And so when we get to talking about more of the educational events part of this, I'll show you how I was able to do that, and most importantly, able to do it for very little to no spend on ad space. So a really important question we always like to hit on, and a question we always get is, why do people need help with Social Security? Can't they just go to the Social Security Administration website or speak to a Social Security rep? What is the difference of me helping them, and how I'm going to be able to differentiate myself than them just going to speaking to a Social Security rep? Well, Social Security by law is not allowed to give advice, but on top of that, they're allowed to answer Social Security questions if they answer them correctly. Now, what I went ahead and did was add some quotes from real clients here. And the first quote says it all. I called the Social Security Administration 3 times and got 3 different answers to the same question. Now, this is very common. The Social Security Administration reps are not equipped to handle your clients' questions, right? They're reading off of a prompt. They don't care about your clients, and they're not even liable. If they give wrong or misleading information, they're still not liable for that. They still blame the client, and the client is very uneducated, right? And so to be that, again, that reliable resource to be able to help them with these decisions, answer their questions correctly, that's really going to build that bond. Now, if anyone saw, there was a 60-minute interview about a month ago on Social Security overpayments. Now, Social Security has a statistic right on their website that they pay $8.3 billion every year in improper payments. Now, this means that they're paying people too much or too little. Now, the second quote here, again from a real client, they had an overpayment notice of $250,000. Now, the way that Social Security overpayments work is you can either pay a lump sum, which nobody has $250,000 just laying around, or it can be taken out of their Social Security check, check by check until it's recouped. No, for $250,000, you're going to be paying that off for the rest of your life. And for this particular person, Social Security is their only retirement income. To have that cut in half because of wrong information that they received from Social Security, it just doesn't make sense that you would send your clients there when you could be that resource for them to come to for this help. Now let's talk a little about the Social Security, the RSSA program itself. So we have this specific structure to success so that we make sure that when anybody that goes through our program, because we'll talk about it in a little bit, there is a cost associated with it and it takes a little bit of time. But if you follow our structure, we can almost guarantee that you are going to not just make your money back, but 10x your investment of time and money spent going through this program. And again, I've seen it. I worked with 250 clients last year alone. This could really blow up for you. And again, I'm here to help you and our team here to make sure that we provide you with everything that you need to be successful as well. So that includes 3 different segments. We have the education. So first you go through the course and you make sure that you understand Social Security. You earn your RSA designation by passing the final exam. And then the most important part is the integration. If you go through this, you spend the time and spend the money and have this expertise, but then don't do anything with it, yes, that's going to be a complete waste. But we help you with the integration, where we give you additional training. We tell you how to market yourself. We provide you with the marketing, and we get you out there at events and in front of people so that you can get your money back of the investment that you put into this program. Now, the RSSA program is approved for continuing education by Broadridge, FI360, by NASBA, the CFP board, the IRS, and we are listed on the FINRA website. And we are currently approved in 41 out of 50 states for insurance CE. Now, that'll be another 5 or 6 states soon. We're waiting on New York that kind of sparks the other 5. But generally, depending on your state, it's around 8 or 9 credits. So that's an extra add-on bonus. Now, a lot of questions we get is if you sell product in multiple states, how does that work? So again, even if your state doesn't have, we're not approved for CE, you could still go through the program. You just simply wouldn't get the CE for that. But on top of that, Social Security is a federal program. So the rules don't vary from state to state. They're the same throughout the United States. Now, as far as the RSSA education, we offer a 5-module e-learning course. It's similar to the AHIP, which I just got done taking. I did not know that you needed a 90% to pass, so that was a little bit of a shock, but I did pass. But similar to that, there's 5 modules. Now, for our course, the first 4 modules, you're learning about the rules and regulations of Social Security, very similar to what you would see in an AHIP. But then module 5 is the difference, where you're learning how to use our own proprietary software technology. Again, that's the RSA roadmap. So we give you different cases and case examples and case studies to be able to handle entering your client's information into the software and being able to understand the output of it. Now, generally what we've done is a self-study course, but we are now integrating a live course option for January. So we're going to talk more about that in just a minute, but anyone who is a more hands-on and visual learner, you can join our live webinar courses where you can finish the 5 modules more efficiently. Now, whether you're a self-study person or want to take advantage of the live courses, or maybe a combination of both, no matter what type of learner you are, we have those options for you. Now, generally the course is around 20 hours to complete, but it does depend on your level of experience and knowledge of the system. Now, what I want to do first is just talk about January's schedule for the live training. We have each module 1 through 5 on its own day. So that's January 22nd through the 26th. They're all 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time. Now, if you can't make the live ones, that's fine. They'll all be recorded and sent to anyone who registers. So you can watch them at your own convenience on demand. Now, we did do a live training in December as a test to see, kind of what the results would be. And it ended up being that we had the highest exam scores that we ever recorded. Everyone passed, and it was well into the 90s. So again, we think this live sessions are really going to help you. Now, the only thing is that if you do want to join us for the live sessions, because they start on January 22nd, and again, whether you can make them or watch the recordings, you do have to enroll by January 19th. And we'll send an email out after with that, just so you have that information. Now, once you get through the 5 modules, you will go on to take your RSSA final exam to earn the designation. It's independently proctored online exam, so you take it out of the comfort of your own home or office. There are 2 parts. The first one is multiple choice, and then the second part, you're doing 2 case studies using the software. But again, you're fully prepared with everything we have for you. It's not an open book test, but we provide you, as you can see here on the screen, in a final exam reference document. So you don't need to memorize anything. Anything drastic. A lot of the information is on the sheet. And again, you're fully prepared to pass. Now, you need a 75% passing grade on both parts, not 90 like the AHIP, but we do have a 96% pass rate on the first try. Now, as being part of senior marketing specialist, if you do happen to fail the first time, you get a second exam try at no additional cost. If you do happen to need to take it a third time, there is a fee involved, but we can work with you on that. Senior marketing specialist is a great partner of ours, so we want to make sure everyone is successful in one way or another. Now, as far as the RSSA integration, right, a lot of people are struggling with the fact that with Medicare, there's so many restrictive guidelines now, right? CMS has so many rules and regulations now that it's hard to do certain things. Well, with Social Security, it's not regulated by CMS. Now, you have to keep it for Social Security only. You can't do a bait and switch where you start talking about Social Security and then all of a sudden you're into the Medicare thing. As long as you keep it about Social Security, it's not regulated by CMS. So that does help with certain things. Again, my 250 clients, they're already clients, so I don't have to worry about things like scope of appointment or the $15 rule, anything like that. But we do provide you with the marketing templates. We provide you with brochures, slicks, postcards. We give you social media content. As you can see here on the page, you get your own personalized RSSA landing page. On this page, you can add your picture, your professional bio, upcoming events you can put on here. You can put an external website. You can put a schedule a call link. You can put contact me form here. The contact me is already there. And the reason for that is once you earn your designation, you go into our directory where consumers can come to our website looking for an RSSA in their area, and they can contact you. That's no additional cost. That's part of Senior Marketing Specialist opportunity as well. So as far as putting on Social Security educational events, that could mean a webinar, a seminar, or a workshop. But no matter what you end up doing, we provide you with the slide presentation to use. So again, you don't have to create anything from scratch. Everything's already created for you. You could download in PowerPoint, so you can add in slides, you could take out slides, you could add your information. So if you want to add, your logo, your name, your email, your phone number, you could do that. All of the slide presentations also come with notes, so you can learn kind of what to say. And we have video training so that you can watch us do a recording and kind of see best practices that way as well. Now, the RSA roadmap, again, is our own proprietary technology. And what we wanted to do was create a real simple and user-friendly way where you can integrate Social Security planning into your core business, but also considering time management, right? We don't want you to spend a ton of time doing this. We want you to focus on those sales opportunities for Medicare insurance and other things. And so what we did was create a software that allows you to put the client's information in and get the personalized, ready to go report for that client within 5 to 10 minutes. Now that's a very short time period, and it's all about the way we built this out. So by putting the client's information in, the system automatically creates the calculations, the benefit options. We'll show you some charts and the personalized Social Security analysis for that client. Now, as far as the RSA Roadmap client report, this is a tangible personalized report for the client. It's created automatically, so you don't need to create the report yourself. By entering the information, it knows what information to put in the report, and you can walk your clients through their options with this and answer their questions. Now, again, when I was working with those 250 clients last year in 2023, I was able to provide them with this tangible report. Now, the way I did it and what works really well is to send them the report ahead of the consultation. That way they have time to go through it on their own, come up with any questions, and you can kind of pinpoint the discussion when you get on that consultation call. Now, by doing that, that cut my consultations down from 45 minutes to an hour to now just 20 to 30 minutes, and sometimes even less, right? And what I found was, and the reason why I wanted to get in the Medicare space myself, is that every single client that I was working with started talking about Medicare organically, right? They were saying, oh, I'm coming up on 65, or I'm on A and B, I need a some kind of supplement, I'm on a group plan. So it just became natural. And this is why I want to present you with this opportunity, because these are the type of things that you're going to see as well once you get started. Now, also as part of the software, this is an additional information page. Now, this can uncover some sales opportunities for you if you do sell other products such as annuities or life insurance. The clients can fill out this additional information where they can put in their other retirement assets, their savings, other income, their real estate, their debts, expenses, anything like that. Now, whether you want to use this information to provide them with the other products, or you can utilize this for building relationships with centers of influence in your area. So if you want to build relationships with CPAs, CFPs, elder care attorneys, you might not need this information, but if you're referring business back and forth for B2B and getting clients, they might want this information for their own. Now, the back office support, again, is really important to us, because not only do we want to make sure that you get through the program and pass the final exam, but we also want to help you integrate this into your practice. And so we actually have 3 segments of our back office support. We have a whole team of people that help you get through the 5 modules and answer any questions you have along the way. We have a team that helps you prepare for the exam and set up the exam and pass. And then we have another team that puts on trainings every single month, helps you market yourself. We have software training. We have specific Social Security topics that we go through. Everything you need afterwards is all provided to you. And again, when you're working with clients, just like with AHIP, I realized that by going through AHIP, you don't learn everything overnight, right? Like I don't know everything about Medicare. Like most of you on this call, would wipe me under the water with your knowledge of Medicare. Just like with me, I know a lot about Social Security. And so the course, similarly, you'll learn a good amount of stuff. You won't learn everything, but you'll learn by starting to help clients with these decisions. And that's why we really offer that extra back office support. So if you ever have any client cases or client questions that we can help you with, you reach out to our team and we're here to support you every step of the way. Now, next, what I want to do before we continue with the slides is I want to bring up the software just to show you a little bit about how easy it is to use. And I'll also show you a little bit about the website as well. So here's our website. It's narsa.org that you would go to. And as when you enroll in the program, this is what you would see. You can put your picture here. Again, you have your RSSA specific landing page that people can go to here. The e-learning is the program itself, so you can click on the RSSA program. You can also click on module reviews to prepare for the exam. We have all of the resources here. That includes a lot of different resources, a lot of customizable resources. And then if you click on roadmap, that gets you to the technology. Now, a great part about this is you're able to see all of your clients here and some changes that we make. But if you view clients, you can actually choose to almost have this, it's like a CRM where you can, search clients by birth dates, marital status. Do they have dependents? Do they have pensions? What's their status when they were created on? You could also search for a client. So when you have a database of a lot of clients, you're able to more efficiently find those clients that you want to work with. Now, let's just say I'm clicking on a specific sample account. In this case, the information has already been filled out, but as you can see, it calculates everything fairly quickly. Now, before I get into what the calculations do and what the report looks like, I'm just going to show you a little bit about what the client information looks like. So it's very simple information, answering them things like name, birth date, marital status, work status, some questions that actually change based on answering yes. You might be asked additional information about that, but they're asking about dependents. They're asking if they're already on Social Security in some sort of way. And again, by answering certain questions a certain way, it might populate additional questions. Now, once you get all the way through to the end here, again, you're going to click on calculate, and it's going to create everything for that client, again, in just a few seconds. A really cool part about the software is the filing options heat map. Now, the filing options heat map is great because now that the client's information is put in, instead of now, typing in, does the client do 62 and the spouse does 65 or 67 and 70, now we give you a heat map of every single option available from 62 through 70. Now, in the darkest of blue, that's going to be the higher benefit. In lighter blue, that's a less high benefit. Now, in orange, that's going to show the maximized benefit. And we also gray out the options that are no longer available. And the heat map is shown either in a monthly, annual, or lifetime view. Now, what's really cool about this and interactive is you can click on any of these options. By doing that, you'll be able to see in detail, is that client eligible for a retirement benefit, a spousal benefit, survivor benefits, or dependent benefits? And all of these are clickable as well, so you can see what those monthly benefits and the annual benefits are for that client. Now, we also have a break-even report here. It is automatically compared with the maximize option, and you can choose up to 3 different options to compare. You can uncheck options, so you can only see 2 at a time if you'd like to, but if you change the claiming ages on this, you can see the break-even reports change, so that's really cool to walk clients through. There's also the PIA calculator, which shows clients how benefits are calculated. Now, what's cool about this is you can actually put in future earnings. So you could tell clients based on continuing to work what that will do to their future benefit. Now, the most important part here is, again, that downloaded personalized report. So again, it gets created automatically, but all you need to do is choose 3 different options that, again, are compared to the maximize option here. So options A, B, and C, you'll choose the different options. You could download it in a ready to go PDF, send it to the client, and that's it. Or you could download it in Word if you want to make any edits, right? So we have a Word file so that you can, add in or take out anything that you'd like. So for the prepared by, that's going to have your information. This is a general letter, but again, you can make any customizations you'd like to. But what you're walking the client through is some key information that they need to know based on their circumstances. You're going to talk to them about the type of benefits they're eligible for. They show the monthly and annual heat maps in here. The claiming options that you just chose to compare are put in a chart where they can see their lifetime, annual, and monthly benefits, as well as the filing sequence telling them when to file for those benefits. Again, just covering everything and making sure clients understand. Now, because this is a couple, it also created a net benefit page for survivors. So when someone makes a certain claiming decision, it will impact the spouse. And so if someone passes, we show what that impact will be. Now, on top of that, we have lifetime benefits, which based on a projected life expectancy, will create this lifetime chart, but we also compare longevity comparisons. What this does is it helps with longevity risk. We want to make sure clients are understanding that they don't want to outlive their funds, right? So we want to put them in the best position. And again, this is all about education. So we also provide them with what they need to know before deciding to collect, as well as applying for benefits. And then we show the 4 options you chose to compare in more detail in the appendix section. So again, what I was doing, what I think is really strong, is that I was sending the clients this report ahead of time. It allowed them to come up with questions, kind of read through it. And when we got on the call, I noticed that the consultation was a lot quicker because I didn't have to go through page by page. They had specific questions in specific areas that they wanted to hit on. And as I would talk to them, using my knowledge as an RSSA, I was able to ask them questions which better understood their situation. And again, 20 minutes into the conversation, all of a sudden they're like, hey, can you help me with Medicare too, right? Now, a big part of this is they've already worked with you. They know you now, right? And so why would they go to someone else when they can work with you on Medicare and other products? So it's a really strong way to get your foot in the door with more prospects. But again, this has to be right for your business. So let me bring up, next I want to talk to everyone about the special pricing for senior marketing specialists. Sadie, if you'd like, you can put in, if there's a chat, put this rssa.com/senior marketing specialist link. That way they can click on it if they'd like to either, if you have any more questions or if you'd like to get started. Now, if you went through our website and purchased everything individually, the total cost would be over $3,000. For senior marketing specialists, you're getting the entire package for just $1,850. Now, this is a really great opportunity through senior marketing specialists, a great partner of ours. A lot of agents through senior marketing specialists have already gotten started and hopefully doing really well. We're going to be getting a lot of case examples and case studies from those agents soon. But essentially what you're getting for the $1,850 would include the RSSA course, which would include the self-study as well as the live trainings. Again, if you want to join January's live trainings, you just have to get started by January 19th, so we have enough time to get you in there. You get 2 exam tries. Hopefully you just need the one. The first year RSSA membership and the software. And so everything you need in the first year is covered under the $1,850. 12 months later, you're paying just $479 per year. So the $479 is included in the $1,850 in the first year, and then 12 months later, you're paying $479, and that covers the cost of the RSA membership. Now, the membership comes with the software itself, the back office support, the trainings every month, resources, marketing, maintaining your designation, being in our directory for consumers to find you, everything you need to continue on with RSSA. Now, if you think about, right now you're saying to yourself that either, this is not a great program and you're no longer listening probably, or you're saying this is a great program, but now that I heard the price, it sounds like a lot of money. If that's what you're thinking, you have to realize that it's an investment, right? Just like you would go to a Medicare, event, right? This year, maybe you went last year or this year. This is another investment. And what I can tell you is the $1,850, when I first started with RSSA, I paid $2,000 for the program, and I made that back in my first Social Security seminar. And doubled it. I doubled it. So it's about it being an investment. And I know everyone here on the call is saying, hey, this sounds like a lot of money. If that's what you're thinking, again, you have to just realize that this is no more than 3 or 4 Medicare sales. If you don't think you can make 3 or 4 Medicare sales using this opportunity, then then don't do it, right? But if you know that this is an opportunity where you can do it and you just don't want to spend the money, don't think about it that way. Because a lot of pushback we get is, oh, how do I know I'm going to make my investment back? But again, I can tell you every single person that goes through our program has already made their investment back 10x, and you could do the same. But again, this has to be right for you. So Sadie, why don't you jump in here if you'd like, and I'd like to answer any questions that anyone has.
Yes, absolutely. We do have a few here, but if you have any other questions, please feel free to throw them in the questionnaire box. We'll be here for just a few more minutes, but let's see. So Mike is asking if they will receive a copy of the presentation today. I believe that we received it last time, so we will have that linked as well as other resources as well. Good question. Okay, let's see. If you have this info, what are the top RSSA analysts who are doing this solely or primarily doing in terms of number of clients and revenue per year? That was a lot. Did you get that?
Yeah, no, that's okay. So, and it depends on the agent if they're charging a fee or not. Like I said, I did 250 clients last year at around $400 each, so that's obviously 6 figures. But yeah, we hear from RSSAs all the time who are charging a fee. They're usually working with 150 to 200 clients on average. And then the ones who aren't charging a fee are actually getting in front of more people because they're able to use that value add to sell their other products and services. And again, so whether you're doing a couple Medicare sales or even with that charging a fee for service, there's no reason you can't make back the investment very quickly. Again, Sadie, when I was doing this, I didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. I put it on my credit card, and I just want to be honest with everyone. I did. I wanted to change my life. And my first seminar, I made $4,000. I paid off my $2,000 credit card, and I still had $2,000 left over, and never looked back after that. So again, this is an opportunity, but it has to be right for you.
Awesome. Okay, let's see. Do any analysts in seminars or webinars show or tease the calculator to show the depth of information and to sort of whet their appetite to pay XYZ for their own roadmap?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have a workshop booklet that we provide you as well. So what I do, I might have forgot to mention this, how I got most of my clients now is that I do adult education at 2 local high schools and a local college. Now I spend no money because the schools invite the teachers and the staff and community members, right? They want to educate the community, and they get me in front of 10 to 15 people every time I do that. And again, it's all about education, but we provide you with the booklets. So when I go to the school and I get in front of 10 people, I hand out these booklets. It's something tangible that they have, but part of the booklet is showing them the value, right? It shows them, the value of what they're receiving in the report. It shows them, the money they can leave on the table. And again, it's just building that relationship with them from the get-go that builds that trust and wants them to work with you.
Awesome. Okay, let's see. We have someone asking if there is a payment plan. And also, I know that someone from our team the other day had this as a question written down. When is the total amount due? That sort of thing. Because like you said, we know that sometimes that comes down to whether people do it or not. So.
Right. So the 1850 does not have a payment plan. And the reason is that our payment plan is usually if you bought everything individually. So the training itself is $1,800. For an extra $50 through senior marketing specialist, you're getting everything else, right? So unfortunately, we don't have a payment plan for that at this time. But if things change, we will let you know.
Awesome. Okay. And folks, we have just one more question, so make sure to get your questions in there if you want to get them asked here today. Okay. Can you charge a fee for service if the client ends up buying a PDP or MA plan during that meeting? Is this a conflict?
Usually what I would say is you're providing them with the Social Security piece of it first, and you would have already charged them when that opportunity is uncovered. right? So basically you're charging them up front for the Social Security service you're providing them, and then along the way they're buying a PDP plan or whatever else. So that's usually how it goes. However, if you're reaching out to your current base, again, as long as you're offering Social Security services, you can charge a fee for that. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarification there.
Awesome. Okay. We have someone asking regards to the cost down here at the bottom. What is the 479 for? So specifically, what is included in that first year of membership?
Yeah, so the membership includes the back office support. It includes the marketing materials, the trainings, our basically everything with the membership. I'm actually losing my thought here. So the membership generally includes the software. So you get the software right away as soon as you enroll. Even though you haven't finished the course yet, you get that, which is included in the 479. You're getting the back office support. You're getting marketing. You're getting trainings. You're getting all kinds of tools and resources, and also to maintain the status of your designation.
Awesome. Yes, you're getting tons of resources with that, as well as access to people like you or people on your team that do this every day, day in and day out. So, okay, let's see. And then we have one more question here, and then I have a couple more of my own. How did you come up with the 400 price, and did you lose anybody over that price, or do most people see it as a fair price?
Well, that's a good question too. So, we've talked to other RSSAs who are charging and kind of got some input from them. And I found that some are charging, 200 or 300, and then some are also charging like 500 to 600. So it really depends on a couple different things. It could be demographic area. It could be complexity of the case. I found 400 was the fee that a majority of people felt was fair for the value that I brought them. And again, usually you can always add in extra, value adds. So someone could provide the analysis, an hour consultation instead of 30 minutes. They could provide help with the application. You could always add in these extra things for additional fees. For the 400, I was providing them with the report, a 30-minute consultation, and then the ability to follow up at any time with any additional questions. And the reason I do that is to put that stickiness between me and the client. So now, this year, now that I'm selling Medicare, they already know me because they've reached out to me, 2 or 3 times this year, and I could reach back out to them and say, hey, by the way, now I can help you with this.
Awesome. Okay, and we got a couple more questions in here, and funny enough, they were literally the questions that I had. So let's see. Todd is asking, what is the target market here? I would think younger is better, like 55 age. So yeah, what's that age range that you were looking for with specifically that Social Security help?
So generally, even though 62 is the first time, first year they can collect, usually people don't plan until like 62 or 61, right? That's like and usually it's later, right? Because they're still working or whatever. I will give a perspective on an RSSA case study who sent out postcards, and they sent out postcards to the demographic of 63 to 66. And they were able from that to get a lot of people in a room. They ended up making a lot of T65 sales, but they were also able to build that future pipeline of business. Now, a lot of the 250 clients I have, probably at least 100 of them are not even Medicare age yet. But over the next, couple of years that they will age in, I'm going to be working with them. And so even though I'm helping people now, I'm also building that future pipeline as well.
Absolutely love it. Okay, and the last question here, Mark is asking, is this a nationally recognized designation?
Yes, it is. And like I said, it is recognized by the IRS, the CFP board, NASBA, a couple other, organizations. Now, Social Security, just so you know, doesn't recognize or disrecognize anybody. So they don't approve or disapprove. So we're not part of the Social Security Administration. And like I said, because the bad track record they have, we really wouldn't want to be either. But that's similar to saying, hey, clients can go to the Medicare website to get Medicare information, right? What they're paying for you is to get that credible information to, instead of searching for hours for a question you can answer in 2 seconds. It's very similar to what you do on the Medicare side, but on the Social Security side.
Awesome, love it. Okay, and we'll take one more question here. Will your E&O insurance cover you for liability?
So that's a good, we get that question a lot as well. So the E&O you don't need for Social Security because you're not selling a product. And on top of that is you should never tell a client what they should do. You should give them enough credible information and education for them to make an informed decision. Out of every client I've ever worked with, I've never said collect at 70 or collect at 62. I always give them enough information where they can make the best decision for themselves. I think we do that with Medicare too. It's, they can go on different plans, but we present them with the plans that are available. We tell them what the key factors of those plans are. And at the end of the day, they have to choose the best one for them.
Awesome. Well, it doesn't look like we have any more questions here. If you do have any follow-up questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We also will be sending out some resources, like we said, afterwards, this recording, the slides, additional resources, and as well as an FAQ sort of sheet. So you will be able to look at some of the questions there, but please call us if you have any additional questions that aren't answered on there, or if you just want to talk it out. But Tom, do you have anything else to add?
No, like Sadie said, we're going to send out a great follow-up email. If you do want to join the live courses, like I said, just got to get started by the 19th. And you're going to be using the landing page, rssa.com/senior marketing specialist for the discount. But like I said, and Sadie said, we'll be sending out a follow-up email with all the information. Just feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, and we look forward to speaking to you all again soon.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Tom, and hopefully we will see everybody on those courses here in the next couple of weeks. But thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.